Welcome back, friends. We're talking about the chick embryology, and we have talked about cleavage of chicken egg, and also we've talked about the gastrulation process of chicken. Now, in this video, we'll be talking about some unique feature about the chicken embryology, and that is about its extra embryonic membranes. Now, extra embryonic membranes is a unique feature for any avian lifestyle and any avian type of eggs, because let us talk about extra embryonic extra embryonic membrane. Okay okay uh, so so let's begin here. Okay, so if I draw the structure of the egg, normally this avian embryos, they are having some extra membrane outside their embryo. Those things are called extra embryonic membrane. We haven't seen this kind of membrane for frog, for other type of for mammals and other things, but for this avian system we can get this, because those avian system, or those bird eggs, they need to be laid outside, and the most of the part of their incubation carried out outside of their bird's body, and it is for 21 days, right? So that's why these extra embryonic membranes are always there. So what are those extra embryonic membranes? To know that, I must draw the structure here. So let me draw the egg, a big egg. Sorry, yeah, it's kind of 1 minute. So let us. So it's not an egg. So it need to draw proper egg shape. Yes, it is kind of, but it's this region is should be like this. Okay, so let's say this is the egg. Let's say this is the egg. Though it's not looking like a lot, but let's say it is. So once we know this egg is there, now this egg is having some extra membrane inside. So if I draw those membrane, it will look something like this. So let me draw in between. We are having this, and inside this region we are having the. So if this is the egg, the outermost region of this egg is the shell, right? So this is the shell, no doubt about it. It is made up with calcium, calcium, mostly made up with calcium carbonate, and other molecules are there. So calcium is there, right? So calcium is there, and after that, inside this shell, this first shell, there is this layer that I've drawn. This layer is called chorion, and actually there is a special property of this layer. This layer is a little bit thinner like this, and this chorion is very important, guys, because this chorion is attaching this whole system of embryo with the inner shell membrane, because the shell is having two membrane. One membrane is in the outside or outermost side, and one membrane is this innermost side. Now this chorion is attached with the, so this is chorion, this is attached with the inner shell membrane, right? And that is very important. That is important. Why? We'll be talking about it later. So that's it. And then inside this chorion, everything will occur. Everything, the formation of embryo and everything. So if I draw the embryo, it will be inside this section. Everything will be there attached to this embryo, and with this embryo, there will be attachment of like this, attachment like this. Okay, like this. So these attachments are with this embryo, and these attachments are called allantoins. Allantois, right? Let me write. These are called allantois. All of them, remember, all of them are membranes, extra embryonic membranes, and inside this we are having our embryo, protected, just very sophisticatedly protected here inside, like this, right? So this is the embryo. This is the embryo, guys. Always protected with best care, right? So what we can see now, four important membranes we have just written here: shell, inner shell membrane, allantois, chorion, and we have talked about, and also another important region is also there, that is called amnion, or amniotic cavity, or with amniotic fluid. That is this yellow color region that I haven't talked about. This is the amnion, right? Amnion. So majorly four important sections. One is this, and obviously another thing I forgot to mention, that is the yolk sac, right? The yolk sac. The yolk sac is the section that is holding things together. So this is yolk sac. Yolk sac, right? So if these are the different membranes and rest of the thing, this is the embryo, these are other things will be placed inside, yolk will be placed inside this yolk sac and everything will be there. I'm not talking about that because I'm only interested in membranous sections, right? So in this case, first of all, the yolk sac, right? This yolk sac is an envelope that we can see. This is an envelope that produces several kinds of enzymes that changes the yolk material to a form that can be readily uptakeable by this new embryo. Because remember, the embryo is fairly new, the metabolism of embryo is very new, and they are not able to utilize all the food particles that we usually that the bird usually used to take. For that reason, we need to give some extra advantage to them, and it is being provided by this yolk sac, because yolk sac contains enzymes. Now those enzymes are actually simplifying some food material, or just simplifying, sorry, it should be I in simplifying, simplifying food particles, or making them uptakeable by this embryo, right? So it's a very very vital job placed by yolk sac, because these enzymes are going and they are just making those yolk materials uptakeable, because inside the yolk all those materials, proteins and nutrients and everything, they are stored, actually not actually protein, because less proteins are there, but rest of the parts whatever is there, those materials are stored inside as a kind of complex form. Usually this embryo cannot uptake it, but now due to the presence of this yolk sac enzymes, they can do that easily. Now the second region is the amnion, right? Now amnion is just it's another sac filled with fluid. Inside this amnion, this embryo floats, that you can see here easily, right? So it's a fluid filled cavity inside which embryo floats. Now this particular fluid filled cavity actually protects the embryo from day to day damages, because this egg is placed in the nest and incubation is going on. It can be rubbed, it can move from one place to another place, and embryo is very very, it's very fragile, so we need to protect it. To protect it, the viscosity that is inside this amnion is helping them to store this embryo with much more care, right? So that's very very important region there. So this is the second thing, amnion. We have talked about yolk sac, right, and amnion. The third important membrane there, that is allantois. Now allantois is inside here, and this allantois it develops an extensive circulatory system, and the circulatory system is connected to the embryo, right, and it is connected with the embryo by the new embryonic heart. When the allantois is full and fully developed, it completely surrounds the embryo. And now in this picture we can see that it is simply beginning, and this is a section of allantois, this is another section of allantois. So it is not kind of completely surrounding the embryo still yet, because the egg is developing. Once the egg is developed totally, this whole allantois will cover the embryo completely, and then this whole system of the this embryonic heart, that we can say the new embryonic heart, will be inside the embryo, will become the heart, and this whole allantoic cavity that is present there will help them to have many important functions, that is respiratory function, because this allantois is there, it will take up oxygen and give it to the embryo and take carbon dioxide away from the embryo and release it. It will also help in removal of some deposits that are present there inside the embryo via the excretory system, and also it provides the means for the embryo to access albumin, and calcium from the shell, right, because it's kind of attached with this shell and getting the calcium available for the embryo and also albumin available for the embryo, right? So that's why this allantois is very very important organ there. Okay, and finally the chorion. Remember, we have talked before that chorion is the membrane, that is the blue colored region that I've drawn here, is attached with the inner shell membrane there, right? And this is very very important, because this inner shell membrane is having all those materials, because somehow this chorion need to be attached, so somehow this allantois needs to be attached with the shell membrane, so that they can get albumin, they can get calcium from the shell. And the only reason to do that is to have some medium in between allantois and the shell, and that is this chorion, which is helping this allantois to be attached with the shell, so that it helps the membrane to carry out its own function, right? And function is to deliver those enzymes, its the function is to deliver calcium and all this thing from the shell, right? So in a sense all of them, in a sense all of this, so we have talked about this and this, so all of them, yolk sac, amnion, allantois and chorion, are uh, major membranes that are found in the developing egg of chicken. And these are extra embryonic membrane, guys, because you cannot find this membrane in xenopus, you cannot find it in sea urchin and all these things, because they don't require it. We can get it for birds only, because bird need to stay at this stage for about 21 days, guys, right? So most of the things need to be there inside this egg, so that they can do their job, right? So happy happy what we can say, hatching after the event. And that's it, guys. Thank you.